Hello, it's great to be with you again, and I just want to take a few moments to share some things. Last few days there's been this incredible earthquake in Haiti, 7 point on the Richter scale. In 1985 there was a 7.3 earthquake on the Richter scale in Mexico City, and just left untold devastation. And right now this earthquake in Haiti is smack dab in the middle of Port-au-Prince, which is a city of around 3 million people. They say right now, and I'm on Monday the 18th, that there's been over 70,000 people already buried in mass graves. They're expecting a death toll that could reach 200,000 just in the devastation. One report said that almost every other building and house in the city had gone down. One of the interesting things to me was that, as we listened to the reports on Haiti, was that where a lot of the information was coming from, and at least in the beginning, was from the missionaries. Several years ago, I went to Haiti, and I was in Port-au-Prince. And truthfully, without trying to be critical, the only things in Haiti at that time that were good were things that had been done by the missionaries. All the schools, most of the schools, of course not all of them, but most of the schools were missionary schools. A lot of the clinics outside of Port-au-Prince were missionary clinics. And it was just feeding stations, because people literally didn't have enough food. Feeding stations were run by the missionaries. And as I literally went from Port-au-Prince back up to Guinevere, another port city on the northern part of the island, it was just very obvious that what many of the good things were there were good because of the missionaries. And one of the reports that the missionaries said that was very impacting is that Haitian Christians, in the middle of all this devastation, that enough of this happened that people literally, they said they were walking in the streets praising and worshiping God in the middle of this. And we understand we're not praising God that this has happened, but what we are wanting to understand, that in the middle of difficult moments, moments that are beyond anything we can imagine, that we can still know that God is God and can take us through these most difficult moments. Being a Christian does not exempt us from life, but what it does is it gives us God as we walk through life. Jesus said, as we talk about earthquakes of this magnitude and other shaking, Hebrews 11 says is that everything that can be shaken will be shaken, so that the things that cannot be shaken will remain. Obviously, that is very true in our personal lives, in the sense that issues or things that we go through become things that, as we don't succumb to them, the end is true that we find God in a different way, and in a greater way, in a more powerful way, in the vast majority of these circumstances. And so these Haitian Christians were literally worshiping God in the streets in the middle of all this, very much like Paul and Silas, who found themselves in jail. They worshipped anyway, and in that circumstance, God intervened and did a great deliverance for them. One of the things that was impacting for Fonda and I as we watched the news was literally that there were Mexican rescue teams that were there. And one of the things that they mentioned about these Mexican rescue teams is that they had on backpacks, and they had all their equipment with them, and they just took off and went running out to try to help in the rescue efforts. And you can check on some of this in the internet, and you can find that they are there, and there's actually pictures of them there. It's fantastic the way many nations of the world are responding to this difficult moment in Haiti. Jesus said that earthquakes and these incredible difficult moments, in the sense of disasters, he says these are birth pains. And And this is a great birth pain. But nevertheless, we know that as we know God and respond to God in these kind of situations, that it still takes about and brings about a great birthing in the sense of the kingdom. He says, Jesus says, these are the birth pains as the kingdom comes to be born. Difficult moments. We have a lady in our church, her name is Luita, and we had a city intercession meeting last Friday night, and one of the things that we did is we put Luita up there, and many people, leaders who were around her, put hands on her. Then other people reached out their hands, and then they just began to pray and begin to pour out their hearts for Haiti. One of the greatest things that you could do in these days is just, Lord, I just ask you to bless and to help the people of Haiti. I thank you for the way that nations have come and have reached around and reached out to help Haiti. And I just, if you could find a moment to just in your heart to begin to yield to the Holy Spirit and let Him help you pray for the things in Haiti. God will use this, even though it can be meant for evil. God can use this as a major changing point in that nation. And so we know that He is moving beyond our ability to ask and think. This is a wonderful moment for the nations to focus and to reach our hearts out. It's not wonderful that it's happened, but that we can reach out and extend ourselves to the people of Haiti. Bless you. You can always get in touch with me through the social networking site, www.cci-world, WRLD.org, or CCI World. I always revise that every day, and you can share your comments with me and what you're picking up as we share together these video blogs. Bless you.